Okay, let's get into it. Today we're diving into a really dark parable, a story about a man who was completely remade by the deep. It's this incredible tale about faith, about nihilism, and, what happens when the very source of all life decides it wants to take it all away. So there was no God in the sky, only monsters in the basement. I mean, wow. That is the bleak, brutal truth that a man of faith discovered at the bottom of the world. So we're going to follow his tragic journey, right? From this hopeful sailor, guided by the stars, to the chilling, living embodiment of this very quote. All right, so first up, a man of providence. Let's talk about who he was before the abyss. He was a man of the surface, a sailor who truly believed that every horizon promised a destination. And he wasn't just guided by his own skill, but by what he felt was the hand of a higher power, something he called providence. And he carried this thing, this brass astrolabe. You gotta picture it. It wasn't just some tool for navigation. No. This was a family relic, passed down through generations. To him, it was a powerful symbol of his deep-seated faith. It was his connection to the past and his compass for a future that he absolutely believed was divinely ordered. And this is where it all falls apart. Look at this stark, brutal contrast. On one side, you've got his belief system, right? Guided by stars, watched by providence, a world of hope. But then there's the reality he's about to face, swallowed by the deep, divine indifference, a world of monsters. This is the exact moment his entire world just shatters. So let's talk about that moment, the rift's revelation. This is where a truth shattered his very spirit. And it all happened in a place called the Sargasso Rift. This is where his ship, the Morning Star, went down. And with it, every single last piece of his faith. I mean, can you even picture this? Down there, in the crushing, pressurized theater of the deep, he witnesses a full-on cosmic battle. Two titans, one representing Logos, or you could say order, and the other representing the void, just nothingness, clashing. This wasn't just a storm. We're talking about an event of such unimaginable power that it was literally tearing the fabric of the sea apart. And it all happened so fast. It was this rapid, absolutely horrifying sequence of events that just completely sealed his fate. First, the fall. His ship gets swallowed by the rift. Then the clash. He sees these titans go to war. Then this spark, this palingenesis energy is unleashed. And finally, the birth. The captain from the abyss is born. It's just bam, bam, bam. So get this. In that insane moment of cosmic chaos, his most precious object, his instrument of faith, it became a vessel for pure cosmic horror. The astrolabe didn't melt in the blast. No, it drank the magic. It literally absorbed all that chaotic energy and started vibrating with what felt like the screams of 1,000 drowned souls. Okay, so now we get to the transformation, an unholy baptism. This is the point of no return. The man he was, he's gone. He dies here and the monster is born. And this wasn't just him having a bad day, a change of heart. This was a terrifying physical and metaphysical transformation, a kind of unholy baptism in the toxic runoff of a god's war. And the process of his unmaking was just grotesque. Let's walk through it. First, fusion. That brass astrolabe, his symbol of hope, literally fuses to his palm, becoming a conduit for all this chaos. Second, rewriting. His blood actually thins out, becomes the saline ichor, changing his very essence. Third, erasure. He's stripped of everything that made him human: heat, color, mercy. And finally, emergence. A water vampire is born from the runoff of a god's ego. So what does that even mean, water vampire? Well, think of it like this. He's a parasite, one that emerged from the accidental runoff of a god's ego. He is no longer a man of flesh and warmth. He's now an entity of cold, liquid malice. He's not human anymore, not really. He's just an accident, born from divine indifference and the leftover magic from that insane battle. And with this new form, he got this horrifying new kind of perception. He could now fold the sea. What that means is he could see these hidden rifts, these secret pathways that connected the world's deepest wounds. Imagine being able to navigate not by the stars in the sky, but by the planet's deepest, oldest traumas. That's his new reality. And then it gets even weirder. When the final shockwave from that battle hit him, he didn't just drown. No, he dissolved. He just became part of the current. He became this intangible thing, a ghost of pure liquid malice. You know that sheen of oil on water? That's kind of how he moves now, a living stain of hate. Which brings us to his final form, the ultimate expression of his nihilism. Meet the Thirsty King. This section is all about his new identity, his terrifying powers, and his absolutely chilling final objective, the total dehydration of a world. And this quote really sums up his new philosophy. It's a total 180-degree inversion of his former hope. He looks up at the light of our world and he doesn't see beauty or life. He sees a font of thieving potential. Think about that. To him now, all life, you, me, every plant, every animal, we're just water waiting to be stolen. So yeah, over time, he's picked up a few names, and each one tells you a little something about the monster he's become. The deep ocean nomad, the ghost of liquid malice, the alchemist of the abyss, and of course, the nihilist king. Each one is like a different facet of this new, terrifying identity. The irony here is just wow. He reigns over something called the drought within the deep, a being born of the ocean who is now a master of desiccation, of drying things out. He even brews this stuff called chaos water, and it's as bad as it sounds. It can dissolve steel and literally rot the souls of the living. And this is his final goal, his terrifying endgame, born from the ashes of a faith that was betrayed. He's not looking for a safe harbor anymore. He's not navigating by the stars. His final heading is set on one thing and one thing only, to prove that even the vastest, most endless ocean can be made to die of thirst. And that's the question we're left with, isn't it? What happens when even the ocean can die of thirst? His whole quest is about the total dehydration of the world. It's a complete, chilling inversion of life itself. I mean, if the very source of all life on our planet can be bled dry, what hope is left for anything else? Something to think about.